there's this guy, multi-billionaire genius that could do whatever he wanted in life, CEO of the largest tech company in the world, a founding member of an organization committed to protect global stability from a variety of threats. Kids, teenagers, young adults, and even other great people all look up to him. But wait, there's more. This man gave his life in a battle which changed history for all time. His sacrifice, which is still being remembered till this day, saved billions of lives. You might be wondering, who is this man? This man is the one and only Tony Stark, or whom we all better know as Iron Man. Iron Man, he's valued, admired, much like any other superhero. They can do things we can't do. But doesn't it intrigue you that the human race seems to have a need to come up with figures that embody the word perfection? And these so-called figures who do not even exist, but we see as our inspiration and hero, are the reflection of us and our obsession with pursuing flawlessness, while ironically having the need to make them up as a coping mechanism for our own powerlessness. I, myself, have been suffering with the wanting, the needs to be someone unique and special. Ever since I was young, I've had good grades. I've been a good student. I've joined competitions as well as tens of organizations. But I have never once been the best. At first I thought, maybe I just wasn't better than this. And so, here comes the never-ending train of what ifs. What if I just wasn't good enough? What if this is all I'm destined to be? But here I am standing on this very stage to tell you about another what if. What if I tell you that from all of the people who have ever lived on this planet, only around 1,000 of them has actually ever made a worldwide impact. And this leaves the other 7,999,999,000 of us left. So, what are we? What does this make us? What are we if not exceptional? In this modern society, being average has become perceived as the new standard of failure. A lot of people are scared that if they are mediocre, they will fail at everything, they will ruin everything, and they will go wrong in everything. When in reality, the vast majority of people are actually pretty average at most things. And well, this fact that most people are actually pretty average at most things made us even more desperate to be exceptional. And therefore, we must make amends for this desperation. Some of us, we go volunteering for the old and poor. Some of us go study extremely hard to win awards and become valedictorian. Some of us join tens of organizations to fill in their CV. But why? Why do we, as humans, have this constant desire to pursue exceptionalism? Why do we want to be unique so badly? Lena Cosmides and John Seeley, both evolutionary psychologists, shared their social analysis that they call the banker's paradox. The banker's paradox basically proposes that the bank will lend you exactly as much money as you can prove you don't need. So, imagine yourself as a banker with a limited amount of money available to lend. If you lend money to borrowers who are the most potential to fail to repay a loan, or people that are the poorest creditors, then you are gambling about the fact that they will probably default on that loan, resulting in your business failing. Thus creating a paradox. Those who need the most amount of money are the worst creditors, while those who need the least amount of money are the best creditors, the most likely getting selected to receive a loan. So, to the banker's paradox, this desire to excel, it rises in an effort to make ourselves irreplaceable for our trustworthiness and reliability from our fellow group members. Whenever we meet a group of really, really cool people we want to be friends with, you and I, we will both naturally emphasize our own uniqueness in order to increase likability. And well, what better way to be liked by others than to point out your talents, your achievements, or just your skills in general. And this is why we humans have this constant drive to be exceptional, unique at all times, no matter what. Looking at it from another side, this is also a means of survival. We want our existence to be validated by others around us, so that if we ever fall on hard times, we would be worthy of rescuing. We would be worthy of getting help by others, and are chosen, and our chances to be chosen by other individuals are higher than anyone else. But just then, that special moment was swept away by everyone else's flow. Other humans' greatness is constantly happening, and you just can't fight with that. This right here is called a bell curve. The principles of a bell curve are actually quite simple. The horizontal line represents one's ability at doing something, while the vertical line represents the number of people. Further you are at the left means the worse you are at something. Further you are at the right means the better you are at something. Notice how it gets really thin at both ends of the curve, meaning that there are really few people who are really bad at something, but also really few people who are really good at something, and how most of us falls on the average spectrum. We can apply anything, and I mean anything, on this bell curve, and the results will always be the same. Academics, arts, sports, how good people are at a language, and majority would still fall in that middle curve. Now, to convey an example, let's see Mariah Carey and this overly out-of-tune guy sing. This is Mariah Carey singing. She has the voice of an angel, a vibe off the vocal range, and can hit whistle notes with ease. Whereas this is overly out-of-tune guy singing. I don't think I need to explain. Now, if you were to put Mariah Carey and this overly out-of-tune guy on a bell curve, this is where you probably put them, with Mariah Carey at the far right of the bell curve, making her better than 99% of the population, and overly out-of-tune guy at the far left of the bell curve, making him only better than probably 5% of the population. Now, what we have to realize is that these two people, Mariah Carey and overly out-of-tune guy, are what the media usually shows us. The start and the end of the bell curve. Either people being really, really good at doing something, or people being really, really bad at doing something. Ever since we were a little kid, we watched TV, movies, cartoons, and they all tell us that one day we are destined to be great, extraordinary people, that someday we will change the world, making it a better place. But here's the thing. If everyone were extraordinary, then by definition, no one would be extraordinary. This constant brainwashing by the media has made a huge impact on how we view things. Either we should excel at it, or we fail at it, leaving the middle part completely ignored and overlooked, even though that's what most of life actually is. I'm sure you've all seen him before. Young Sheldon, one of the evidence that our culture always speaks highly of young, intelligent people. That neat, hair slicked back look of him, and that he talks uptightly to everyone around him. Sure, Sheldon's academically smart, but does he have that basic human tendency to socialize and empathize with others around him? We all know that Sheldon has two other siblings, right? Missy, his twin sister, and George Jr., his older brother. Sheldon's geniusness is just so spotlighted that it overshines both his siblings. And it reflects in how society treats them, even by their own mother. And although I'm pretty sure that Sheldon, being a prodigy in anything that involves counting, is what the screenwriters try to suggest, but what we can point out of it is that even smart heads like Sheldon have their own weaknesses. Even in comparison to exceptional people, you, most certainly, have your own special thing that puts you at the far right of the bell curve. Even when it's not as valued in society, all that means is that you have to value that in yourself. You, most of the time, fall there. The average, just being mediocre. But you, in other times, may fall here. Even there. What I'm trying to say is that it is completely and totally okay to be in that middle curve. As I said before, people will naturally emphasize their own uniqueness in order to increase likability. But to be exceptional about everything, every time, is just simply not possible. We all have to fail, and will fail miserably at times. There are so many bell curves in life. Some of you perform high end, some of you perform low end. Most of you perform just mediocre. All this leads to just one simple conclusion. Mediocrity, as a result, is okay. Not that I'm supporting the merits of pursuing mediocrity, mind you, because we all should do the best we possibly can, but rather the merits of accepting mediocrity when we end up there despite all our best efforts. Thank you.